Oh, that's a 8 p.m. chime or alarm. So, May 9th, 2022, 8 p.m. I am, well, let's say I have what is much more than can be seen. I'm living my dream as Melanin Man, biological, living light with liquid fluid in my first eye vision, the ability to balance substantial and insubstantial. Mind over matter is the thought process. And when I don't have anything to say that is powerful or potent or anything like that, I just go ahead and read the Tao. And I do believe I left off, maybe I didn't put it on air, but if I didn't, Hourglass was very valuable, being the sand going from the full end of the hourglass and being the sand going through the DNA symbol, the 8. That's what my DNA looks like the hourglass. And the Tao says, be the sand. So I'm being the sand. And as I go from being the sand, I do believe I read also Metaphor. Spirituality is applied poetry. Metaphysics is applied metaphor. Ha! An oxymoron. Alright, well, enough of the nonsense. Let's read from the Tao today on May 9th, the day before my father's birthday. Happy birthday, Daddy. And, of course, mentioning Daddy, they got married May 20th because it was close to Daddy's birthday. And so I made reference to being that big, you see that child back there? That big head came out of my mother's one line, the vagina. And I am that full 360-degree sphere. As I said, being the hourglass, being the shape of the DNA, going from substantial to insubstantial, or just being the sand. Now I'm going to go ahead and read from the Tao 182. Oh, that 1 again, and the 8, the DNA, and the 2, oh, that's half a heart on a straight line. That's the substantial side seen, but what Melanin Man is doing is accessing the unseen, insubstantial side. Didn't the Bible say, walk by faith, not by sight? And it also says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So I'm dealing with the unseen. And I'm going to read flow. If the boulders are moved, even a river will change its flow. Except for occasional flooding, the mightiest river keeps to its bed. It flows where it finds openings between cliffs and rocks. If the river is dammed, if the cliff walls are moved, if the boulders are shifted, it will flow a different course. It could even be made to flow backwards if the earth moved far enough. So, it is with the flow of our lives. Once the fixed objects of our lives shift, our circumstances change. If we move to another city, life will change. If we marry one person over another, life will be different. If we situate our business in a good neighborhood, life will be prosperous. If we choose a house in a good setting, life will be healthy. If we arrange our furniture properly, life will be comfortable. If we eat correctly, life will be prolonged. In the short, followers of Tao realize that the flow of life can be affected and to some degree consciously manipulated by altering its parameters. Life is the flow of energy. It is the air that we breathe, the force that moves the weather, the force of all minds combined. It keeps the rivers flowing, our hearts beating, and the sky blue. This flow of energy moves constantly according to the fixed points that exist at any given moment. Therefore, by manipulating the cardinal points of our lives, we can change the flow. The freedom to choose and to change belongs to us. 8 minutes in. Getting ready to go into 9. Biological living light. That 8. I was daddy's little squirt into my mother. That DNA line. Male and female. A squared plus B squared. And here I am. C squared. Yes, I'm that C. That opening. And I'm squared. Tapping into the Rubik's Cube. 360 degrees square. And I'm that sphere. 360 degrees ball. And I'm in my focal point, centered. Interesting. Let me go ahead and read 9 minutes in. 183. The DNA in the 3. The family, the woman. She's the one who bears the child for 9 months. 3 is half an 8 visually cut in half. Middle, 183. Those who attain the middle dominate the whole. Today is the 183rd day. It is exactly the middle day out of 365. Once you reach the center of anything, you can dominate the whole in any way you please. In chess, those who gain the middle board are usually in the superior position. In a storm, those who reach the eye are safe. In making decisions, those who cleave to the center are wise. There are 182 days on either side of today to make a year. There is no center day in an even numbered period. It is the odd numbered set that has a center. It is the odd number set that is dynamic in all areas of life. It is good to establish goals and parameters. Define the scope of anything you do. That way you will know when you have reached the center, and perseverance will be easier at 60 years of age. From that little fat chubby kid to 60. Am I in my center of my being biological living light, a child of the sun? SUN, being that C squared, open to all the universal energies and energy flows, dealing with what you can see of the drawn C, dealing with what you can see of the drawn 2. You draw the converse side of the 2, it's a heart on a straight line. You leave the C open, just like the 5. The 5 is the right angle above half a circle. 5, you're halfway there. Oh, didn't I just read middle? You're halfway there if you know how to deal with the right angle, the longitude and latitude, and know how to make your curves bend, and you move with the energy flow of the one verse, understanding the verse and the converse as biological living light. I'm just making sense of what I've been educated, and I'm learning to speak that. I know what has been done to me in the post-traumatic slave syndrome. Thank you, Dr. Joy DeGroot, and Dr. Ben Yakinen, and all of those that have influenced me. Let's not leave out Steve Coakley. Steve Coakley dealing with the Masonic temples and understanding the compass and the square, the tools that make the architecture of the mind. And here I am understanding the denotative, connotative, and absolute abstract. I've got to go. I've been Melanin Man. Thank you for watching if you get to watch. Otherwise, this is just my therapy.